Nearpod, a Vodcast submission by Ashleigh Hudson for the CBU Course 5107. What is Nearpod? Developed by Panaria Digital in 2012, which is an education software company. Nearpod has been referred to in a 2012 The Journal article as PowerPoint on steroids. It's basically an interactive presentation and assessment tool where teachers can create presentations that contain slides, quizzes, polls, videos, images, drawing boards, and web content. The teacher goes through the slides, and anyone logging into a live session can follow if they're using a special live session code. The entire pacing of the presentation is controlled from the teacher's device in the dashboard screen. Students only get to see the individual slides and may not go back and forth. Nearpod can be used for a variety of different learning activities. I'm currently using it for a lot of the social studies to incorporate web content and videos, and as well as assessment. For our final LMS project, we are hoping to include it for some math skills and explaining mathematical reasoning. There has been research done on how Nearpod can be used in guided reading, with students creating their own ebooks or reading ebooks and having the content questions built right into the presentation itself. Nearpod is great because it gives assessment at various times during the unit, and it helps the teacher really monitor the progress of the class. Some of the challenges that I noted for Nearpod were the pricing. A gold membership is at $120 US per year. And then if you want to download some of the more premium pre-made lessons made by Nearpod and other companies, they are usually about, on average, $3, but they can be more depending on the content. So it can get quite pricey. There is a discount if you are buying it for a school or a district. As a French immersion teacher, I found that there was a lot of lack of anything that had to do with French second language learning because it is an American company. A lot of the content is also geared towards English native speakers, so this might be hard for ESL students. Time would be another challenge because it does take a little bit of time to make the presentations themselves and to also look through the pre-made ones. So it would require some investment on the part of the teachers to develop the content, but once it's developed, it's done. What does the future look like for Nearpod? So in 2015, Nearpod announced a partnership with Google Classroom, so teachers are actually able to share the Nearpod presentations within the Google Classroom platform at a touch of a button. We are going to see the database continue to grow, especially with companies like National Geographic and Time Magazine always adding their lessons. If you want to get up-to-date information on Nearpod, they have a blog on their webpage, which is www.nearpod.com. As well, you can follow them on Twitter. I'm going to go ahead and just show you what the teacher dashboard looks like. So these are some of the lessons that I've actually created myself. I've logged in. So the lesson that I want to go through with you guys today is the addition and subtraction lesson. I'm going to go ahead, and if I want to just preview it, I can click on this little eye, but I'm actually going to go ahead and start a live session, and I'm actually going to log in on my iPad. So I'm going to go ahead and put the code in, which is what you would get your students to put in on their computer or iPad or iPod or whatever device they're choosing to sign in with. So now I'm joined into the session, and it's going to prompt me to give a nickname. So as I put in my nickname, you're going to see it actually come up on the screen. And you can actually see I have one person joined in, and the code is still up here. So I've just joined to the session. The very first slide I actually have in this, because I've only have 2 slides just to show you, is actually a quiz. So as I wouldn't actually display the dashboard itself, what I would do is actually just have this on your own device and wouldn't display this up on the smartboard. So I'm going to go ahead and answer the question, which is what is the best estimate for the sum of um, 3,245 plus 1,607. And I only made this a one question quiz. You can actually do multiple, and it'll actually show you the answers as they submitted. So as you can see, I clicked on D, which is green, which is actually the right answer. And once all your students have completed their quiz, you can actually share the results at a click of the button. So once I hit share, it will actually come up how many I got right on the quiz. So for this quiz, I actually got 100%. Yay, me! So, yeah, students can kind of start to see where they went wrong and go through their answers. To go through the next slide, you're just going to click over on the arrow. And now this is actually one of the really cool features. It's a drawing activity. So I'm going to go ahead and answer the math problem that I have in front of me, and I'm actually going to make a mistake. And this will give teachers a chance to figure out how and where kids went wrong. And I'm going to just submit that. So as I submit it, it comes up on the teacher dashboard, and I can see the students' work. And if anyone has like a really stellar answer that I want to share with anybody, I can actually just click on it and hit share. So this is a great opportunity to share some really good answers, or you could talk about how answers need to be improved. If I want to just scroll through them, I can, but I only have the one submission for this session. And now this session is over. So I'm just going to log off my iPad. So I'm going to go ahead and end the session. And as you can see, my session is over. If I want to get any reports, I'm just going to click up on these three little dots, and I can get any reports of these sessions. So this is the report that I want. Just go ahead and click on that, and you can see the various times, because I actually was fooling around with it a little bit earlier. So the one I want is actually the most recent, which would be this one here, 7:30. And this is great if you have multiple sessions of the same, or multiple classes of the same subject. And so now I can see an overall view of how my students did. And I can, if I look down here, I can see how each individual student did on certain activities. I can actually share my results as well. I can download the results as a paper copy if I want to just hang on to it for parent-teacher interviews or something, and I don't want to have to go log in and do all the steps as well. I'm just going to go into my library again and show you guys how easy it is to make a new presentation. So if you want to just click on New Presentation, all you have to do is just click a slide. If you have PowerPoints or PDFs, you just drag them in here, and you can actually just keep using them if you already have them done. So that's a great time saver if you've already done presentations and you already have them ready to go. And then you can build in other activities within those slides. So if you just click on the plus side, you can add content, so you can add your own notes or PowerPoint slides, or you can write in new ones. You can add web content. This is really good because you can add in YouTube videos and different websites you want them to explore, and if you just want to direct them to the one website. But again, you can see that you need the gold edition to add some of these features, which is the paid version. If you want to add an activity, there's open-ended questions, poll, quiz, so that's the multiple choice quiz that I had the right answers, the drawing, which is the one that I was using to show the math activity, fill in the blanks, which is new, and memory test. But again, if I click on those, I need the gold edition to activate some of those more premium features and to also get more storage. Once you're finished, you're just going to hit the publish button, and then you can go ahead and share it with students. If you want to assign it as homework, I'm just going to go back into my library. You can actually click on this little homework button, and so what it'll do is that you can actually get, again, I can't get it because it's a premium feature for right now, but you can send it home as homework, and the kids will just log in with that code, but it won't be a live session. It will just be a session that they go through at their own pace. It won't be one that is controlled by the teacher, with the teacher looking at the dashboard the entire time. These are some, this is just an example of a Nearpod lesson that was offered that I had downloaded on nouns, and so I just preview some of the lessons and see what some of the questions look like and what do the slides look like. So this was developed by another teacher, and this was one of the free ones. But some of the more interactive ones or with copyrighted content are going to actually cost you money. So hopefully this was educational and you guys learned a little bit about Nearpod and how you might be able to incorporate it into your classroom. I'm going to go ahead and work on developing some more math-based Nearpods to use with my class and hopefully share with other teachers in our final EPSS project. Thank you for watching.